T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Alrighty, I found this on a whim on a humble at GameStop. I wasn't really looking for it. I always like to just go in GameStop and see what they have. GameStop is almost like the new Toys R Us a little bit, because they have random things all the time that you don't expect, and things that you don't often find in like Target and Walmart. So this is a Bandai Tamashii Nation Gundam universe. It's part of their Bandai Spirits line, which I guess is part of the Robot Spirits. But this is their GU-01 RX-78-2 Gundam. Reading this back right here, it says this is the original, from the original Gundam cartoon. So, yeah. I'm looking at how they have that light up eyes. I know this toy probably doesn't do that. But let me open it, play with it, see what it's working with, see what it's talking about. Basically, this is a retail SH Figuarts. So the plastic is going to be more safety, or more toy-like instead of high-end collectible. But as you can see, this box is similar and the same size, or close to the same size as this Pacific Rim Robot Spirits box right here. So that's what I'm expecting. I even see that the elbow joints are basically the same. Well, let me open it, play with it. Okay, I've opened this and been playing with it for like 2 days. But yeah, it looks good. And it's a great value for what it costs. It costs about the same amount as a model kit. I actually think, from what I've experienced as far as putting the few model kits together that I have put together, I haven't done an actual official full-size Gundam like this. This is a 6-inch figure. Let me get Voyager class dude. So, as you can see, he's a little bit shorter than Voyager class Soundwave right there. And this dude is near about the same height as Masterpiece Cheetor. And here's a Marvel Legends. So roughly about the same. It's a 6-inch action figure. So let me get these folks out of here and put Soundwave back in his formation. No, let me do this off camera. The eyes are kind of golden and reflect a little bit. The little crest in the head reflects a little bit. And it looks nice. Really nice. Full disclosure, I'm recording this at the end of the review, but I realize I need to get up on the details right away, so I'm gonna put this earlier in the video. But you see the texture of the plastic right there on the back. And a little bit later, I'm going to talk about the quality of the plastic. But there you go. And there's even detail on the back of his helmet right there that looks reflective and shiny. Really poseable. The plastic on the legs, the thighs, this part of the foot right here, the biceps, the forearms, the main head, that feels like it's a more pliable, durable plastic, like Marvel Legends plastic or any action figure that's made in the US. But all the other plastic, like the bottom of the feet right here, everything else, oh yeah, the hands are kind of soft too. The plastic in his crest, the shield, everything else is like a hard, more rigid plastic that you might want to be wary that it's gonna break. I'll let you hear me mess with that. But it doesn't feel like model kit plastic. It feels thicker. As you can see, he has this shield. He has the rifle right here. This part is posable. It can go up that high and bend down that far before you pop it off. The shield is movable right here, or posable, because it's on like a little ball joint, so you can move that all around. Why? Because you can put it on his back This rotates. You're supposed to rotate it like that, as this tiny little peg right here. And you're supposed to plug it into his backpack right here. It barely does anything. Well, what I did earlier is I was holding this little handle and trying to force it in, but it doesn't stay that well, to be honest. So that's my one complaint with this whole situation, that doesn't stay on there that well at all. If I were to start moving him around, it's gonna fall off, but you can pose it sideways and whatnot while it's on there. So it's on there, but if I move him too much, it's gonna fall off. And I might have one more complaint. This little thing is for his stand situation. I haven't figured this out. It shows that I had it on the wrong area. It's supposed to go in the back, so that's not a complaint. But you can put that there, and then you can take any type of Bandai Tamashii Stage Act 4 or a Figma stand, and he can get into flying poses, of course, if you have time and you're not in the middle of a review. You can look better than that, but that's all I had time for. This part of his plastic is pliable too, right here on his butt, but all this other plastic is more rigid, like I was saying. I'm gonna have to find that. Nice. Anywho, his fingers or his fist, this one has a trigger hand or trigger finger for the gun, but this one is just folded right there for him to hold the swords. These things right here scabbard into his back, but they come out, so you can do this. They have the little hole in the bottom. Well, basically, you can just put them in his hands. And he has these. They're white, rigid plastic. They're not gummy. Plug them into here, and now he has his little beam sabers, or whatever the official name is. I'm pretty sure it has an official name. I'm gonna be honest with you, not super into Gundam, but I do like highly articulated action figures, and I figured it would be cool to have one of these, or to test out one of these for my channel, and put them up against my Pacific Rim dudes, who also they are roughly a 6-inch style action figure. This one has always been taller. If I'm not mistaken, Gypsy Avenger is around the same height as this dude, or a little tiny bit shorter. So she's taller. She's going to be taller than this Gundam too. But anywho, last accessories, because I showed all the accessories, are the fist. It comes with regular balled up closed fist. But now we can get into the articulation. The head is on a ball joint, so we can get a little bit of tiltage. You can look up that much. The ball sits mostly in the back. You can look down, but the neck actually is on the ball too. It's on the, but it's a lot more stiff. But you get kind of a lot of arrangement. You don't get a ton of range, but it does help. The shoulders, they pull out a little bit, and the shoulders are stiff as crap. But they pull out, they can come down, go up a little bit. These are attached at the top on a little ball joint, so they can move around. This is on a hinge, that's tight. Coming around like this way, because that's that same joint into the shoulder. Mega tight on both sides, ridiculously tight. Bicep swivel. The elbow bends 90 degrees, but you can kind of force it. If you force it more, you'll pop it out of the socket. The wrists are on like a little soft ball joint. The waist, there is an upper diaphragm joint that helps it rotate to the sides. But you have to make sure that because of the way it's sculpted, it's not the fault of the toy. You have to make sure it clears that before you can start doing things like rotating it left and right, which it can actually do, and can crunch back and crunch forward. There is no waste. It's weird, I see that there is a joint right here that looks rounded at the top, but the way it's sculpted, you can't bend that at all. So maybe I am bending it in some type of, no, I can't be. So I don't know why that looks like that. But these side skirts move up. It's basically a hinge in there, and these are pegged in like a model kit. So you can rotate them forward and back. Front skirts, the same thing. You can lift them up, rotate them to the side and whatnot. And if you're not careful, they pop off like a model kit. The hips go up and they drop down on both sides. Swivel. The knee is just like the elbows, where they bend, but you got to force it to go more than 90 degrees, and then you'll pop it out of the socket. The ankles, I thought they were going to be like the Pacific Rim dudes because they're basically the same line, but they are awesome. Look at that. They come back a little bit, come forward. And this right here is just attached to this one side of the ankle right there. So, all in all, this thing is really cool, really posable. So if you want a cool full package Gundam and you don't feel like putting a model kit together, this is a great option for less than 30 bucks. Like at GameStop, they retail for $26.99, but they actually might be cheaper everywhere else. I don't know. If you can store the gun on his back in any type of way, I have not figured it out. It's not in the instructions. I don't know. That peg hole right there, it's too small for this, too small for that. So yeah, I can't think of any type of way to make that store on his back. So yeah, the last thing I can think to talk about is I didn't show that his legs can kick out far. This is the first time this thing pulled off that ball joint because I pulled it too hard. But there's that right there. And if you go too far and get too ambitious like I just did, let me see if I could see some joints up under here. Yeah, there's no type of way that can rotate. But yeah, it's cool, it's good. I can definitely recommend this thing. If you can recommend this video, make sure you click like before leaving here. Until next time, G-Man 978 out of here. Thank you for watching.